welcome back to my kitchen, or hello for the first time. How are you doing? I hope you're doing fabulous. Today's video is something very silly. It's pie magic. I was in a charity shop and I saw this very old pie maker called Pie Magic. The 8-minute snack, and it's apparently a 8-minute snack making miracle is what it is. So essentially you get puff pastry, pie filling, it makes you a pie. Now the recommendations are lamb and apricot, cherry and custard, tuna, prawn and cream cheese, or celery, walnut and apple. I don't know what you were smoking in the 80s, but all of them sound awful. Cherry and custard, if it was a creme patisserie or something maybe, but... So with it you get an extra deep pie dish, non-stick coating, edge sealer crimper, thermostat on light, 2 pastry cutters, blah 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 blah. You get the point. This cost me £7. With a name like Pie Magic I just couldn't resist. So stick around and let's make some pies. So before we start, we have the Pie Magic guy here on a tray to catch the overflow, because I don't know if you've got a toasty machine or if you've ever used a toasty machine in your life, but it's essentially a bloody toasty machine. See how I almost swore there? So I've got a tray underneath to catch all the fallout that may or may not be pouring out. So that's on a tray. That's preheating just now because I imagine it probably takes a long time. Plus she's old, you know, she's an old lady. She needs a wee bit extra time. So she's preheating. I've just got ready rolled puff pastry because I'm not going to be here making puff pastry for a pie machine for the 80s. And the pie filling, as I was going to say, is I've got apple pie filling here. It's essentially just apple pieces, water and cornstarch. It's canned apple, by the way, that I've used here. And in my slow cooker this morning I put on just a really simple stew. So I'm going to make steak pies essentially. And in here is just beef stew, stewed beef sausages, onions, and then gravy essentially. Nothing super fancy, no veg, no extras or nothing, because it's going to go in a pie. So it's just your bog standard stew that I've made in here. For all my American friends, I don't know if you get steak pies over there, but this is really normal. Right, I promise. So I'm going to put that aside. There's still a little, there's not like, it's not cold, it's not room temperature, but it's somewhere in between this pie thing. So I think what we'll do is we'll start with the apple pie. I don't know why I sound so out of breath. Am I that excited about my pie magic? I think what we're going to do, now that I get my breath back and I've contained myself, is we're going to start with the apple pie, because God forbid we do steak pie and then the apple pie tastes like steak pie because it went in afterwards. I'm cool with a little bit of sweetness on the steak pie, but I'll clean it all out anyway in between. It'll be fine, it'll be fine. So we'll cover our stew for now. Set that to the side. Now it comes with 2 rings. One is to cut out your base, one is to cut out your lid. So we've got 2 packets of puff pastry, so we'll use one for steak pie and one for the apple pie. So we'll do that just now. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to move the camera around so you can see everything in action. It's going to be so exciting. We'll dust the counter with a wee bit of flour. Just a wee bit, because it's ready rolled puff pastry and it usually has a little bit of flour on it. You know how I feel about this bit at the end. It really upsets me. Now, I think we're only going to get about 2 pies out of this. It's not a lot of puff pastry, you know. Obviously we're going to try and maximise the pastry as much as we can. Maybe we'll get 3. Now, the cutters aren't the best, again, because they're old and actually because they're plastic. Spring pies wasn't so bad actually. I think we did okay. Right, we'll set these to the side for now. We'll give this a wee wipe just with the excess flour. Get it out of the way. So, I mean, it says the thermostat light, but the light's on, but it's been on all this time. Like, the machine has been on, but the light keeps going on and off. So I can only assume it doesn't keep a heat. I mean, it's ticking, but it didn't really come with like instructions of do you put it in when the light goes off, do you put it in when the light goes on. Like, this is the thing it came with. Yeah, I think the light's off now, it's fine. Right, so get the apple pie mix, and I think what we'll do is we'll just make an indent, sort of like so. Gently touch it without actually touching it. I can already hear it sizzling, so let's just start filling that apple pie. That's probably a bit adventurous, the amount of mix I just put on there. This is so exciting. Now it is puff pastry, so it's probably going to melt really, really fast, so I'm going to try and work faster than that with this one. Boop, ba-doop, ba-doop. Oh no, that was just all sauce. Get me some apples in my pie. Right, wait now. Oh, don't say that out loud again. Right, Right, there we go. Put the lid on and hope for the best. Goodbye. Hear that sizzle? That 100% means applesauce has just, that's a technical term, that noise was a technical term for it has escaped and spilled out of the pastry. So I guess now we just wait. There's no point in like me and you just standing here watching this cook. So I'll stand here for the both of us. Okay, I'll be back soon. Bye bye. So it's been 8 minutes and 20 seconds. So we'll stop that now. And it did say that it's the 8-minute snack making miracle. So let's have a look-see. That looks pretty done to me. So we'll try and take that out. Obviously it's done what toasty machines do, and it's just like spread right across. I wonder if I can, well, I was going to say, I wonder if I can break it. So we'll just put that on a cooling rack for now. But I think once we cut off all these like raggedy edges, that it might look like a nice wee pie. It's not like super full, but like, I mean, it's really hot, so I'm going to put that down. But here we have apple pie, so we'll leave these to cool for now. Maybe I should have poked holes in the top for the steam, what do you think? Should have poked a wee hole in the eye, maybe? Nah, I'll be fine. So I'll leave these to cool and we'll get on with making the steak pie. We'll see how that goes. I'm going to give this a wee wipe down. I'm just going to wipe it down rather than cleaning it, because at the end of the day, it's just pastry and it's pie magic. So I feel like part of pie magic should just be that I should be able to wipe it down between uses. But there's no apple residue in here, so I'm happy with how clean that is for my steak pies. So I'm going to close that over, shimmy her over there now, and we'll go get our pastry ready for our steak and sausage pies. Stewed sausage. Write in the comments below and tell me what kind of pie you would make with Pie Magic. I'm interested to know your filling of choice. And we know that we can get free, so I'll be less cautious this time and just get at it. So just so you're aware, this is my stew. Right, not that exciting, literally just stew. Right, so in the interest of working quickly, I've put some stew into a bowl here. Now, some of the bits of stew that I have are like quite big, and I wonder if it's worth trying to break some of them down, or if we should just fire them in the way they are. Because the bits of sausage are quite big as well. Do you know what, we're just going to go for it. We're just going to go for it. I think it's ready to go, so we'll just do what we did the last time and just fire them in a panic. So try and push down without burning ourselves, but also trying to be as fast as possible. We'll put a bit of sausage, a bit of stew, and we'll try and fire another bit of stew in there. And then there's a lid for you. Oh, this may be 8-minute magic, but it's very stressful. It's not the most forgiving thing in the world. Right, so we'll put a sausage in the last bit, get 2 bits of stew, so 2 bits of stew for you, and a wee bit of gravy. A bit of gravy. Right, this one's definitely going to leak. This one looks, I was going to say something stupid there, but right, put the lid on. Bless you. Good luck, friend. Oh, we've already got some leakage out the side here. Timer has started. I will see you in 8 minutes. We're on 8 minutes. It was like 8 minutes 20 seconds the last one, so we'll wait for it to like another 10 seconds, and then we'll open this up and have a look. Oh, it's spitting at me. So the spitting, I wonder if that's moisture from condensation, or is it oil from the fat in the pastry? Either way, I'm happy. I think they're done, so we'll take them out. While I was waiting for them to cook, I also trimmed down the pies, so they look a lot better now that they're like all trimmed down. Very cute. I mean, there's not as much beefy leakage that I thought there would be, so that was a nice surprise. Just because I have the pastry left over, I'm just going to make 2 more pies. I'll probably just make stew pies because I've got stew here, so I'll just continue making steak pies. But I'm going to do that off camera. I'm going to let these cool down a little bit, and then I'll come back and I'll try them. Hello again. So these have cooled enough that I can try them, so let's try them together. I'm just going to show you what I did in regards to cutting the crust off. I literally got a pair of scissors, and I just like cut round the edge like that. There's probably a less messy way to do this, but you probably don't have to do that, but obviously it makes it look nicer. But if you wanted to just eat the pie, then it's extra pastry, isn't it? So I'm losing daylight, as you can tell, so the brightness is a bit strange. But anyway, let's try this pie. Did I just bite into it, or will I like... Okay. Tastes like a pie. Quite nice. What I will say though, is it tastes like it's been fried. Essentially it has, it's been compressed. Then the butter that's coming out of the pastry is like frying it, it's like cooking in its own fat. Let's try the apple pie. But the last time I got a big mouthful of just pastry, so I'm going to just take the crust off the edge and try that bit. Yeah, it works for both sweet and savoury. It's pie magic, what can I say? Tastes alright, does the job, but inconvenient, you can only make 2. I'd recommend definitely wiping it down between each use because of all the fat that comes out of the puff pastry. You could probably use short crust pastry too if you really wanted to, I don't know. Probably just stick with puff pastry. If you wanted to be absolutely mental, you could make a pizza pie, you could put pizza pastry in there, or you could use croissant pastry, or like pain chocolat pastry, or whatever, just like basically that kind of pastry. You could fire that in there and fill it with some tasty stuff, like a creme patisserie or something like that, some sort of like, yeah, you could do anything you want with it. But could you also do that in just a sandwich toasty maker? Probably. Would your pies be the exact same but just not pie shaped, just triangle toasty shaped? Definitely. Does it matter? No. No, it does not. If you liked this video, I don't know why, but if you like this video, please consider liking and subscribing. It really means a lot to me. I have merch, Patreon, TikTok, Instagram, all those things, all linked below. If you want to see more charity shop finds from me, please also let me know in the comments. I love you very much, I appreciate you very much, and I hope you have a great weekend. Bye!